Here we discuss about program and common features and program features of that program. Here an explanation for the programs mentioned in the below table. First one, factorial calculation. Its common features are calculates the product of the all integers from 1 to given number n. Program features, it uses iteration, a simple loop or recursion calling the function repeatedly for n minus 1. Its time complexity is O of n because the program must iterate or recurses n times, and its space complexity is also O of n for recursion due to the function called stack. O of 1 for iteration. And next one goes to sorting, means bubble sort. Its common features are sorts elements of an array in ascending or descending order, and its program features are compares adjacent elements and swaps them if they are in the wrong order. Simply but inefficient for large datasets due to repeated comparisons. Its time complexity is O of n squared in the worst and average cases, as it involves nested loops, and its space complexity is O of n because it's an in-placing sorting algorithm. And next, its common features are reverses a given string or character array, and its program features are uses two-pointer technique or built-in functions, manually swaps characters from the beginning at the ending of the string, and its time complexity is O of n since each character is visited once, and its space complexity is O of 1 because no additional space is needed. And next comes under binary search. Its common features are efficiently searches for an element in a sorted array, and its program features uses the divide and conquer strategy by repeatedly having the search range, can be implemented iteratively or recursively, and its time complexity is O of log n because the search space is divided in half at every step, and its space complexity is O of 1 for the iterative approach and O of log n for recursion due to function called stack. And the next one is matrix multiplication. Its common features are multiplies two matrices, and its program features are uses three nested loops to calculate the sum of products for each cell in the result matrix, requires input matrices to be compatible for multiplication, and its time complexity is O of n cube for an n into n matrix multiplication, and space complexity is O of n square for the resultant matrix. And the next one is Fibonacci sequence. Its common features are generates Fibonacci numbers, example 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and etc. And its program features are can calculate the nth Fibonacci number or generate the full sequence. It uses three methods, that is naive recursion or iteration or dynamic programming, and its time complexity is O of 2 power n for naive recursion and O of n for iteration or dynamic programming, and its space complexity is O of n for recursion, stack, or dynamic program array. Iteration approaches uses O of 1. And the next one is implement class mechanism. Its common features are allow bundling data and functions into a single entity. It follows OOPS principles, and its program features are a class acts as a blueprint for creating objects containing fields, variables, and methods and functions. Encapsulation is implemented using classes, and its time complexity is O of 1 to create an object depends on the constructor and initialization, and its space complexity depends on the number of objects